everyone, we are coming to you live from the home office to talk to you a bit about the VIP program. My name's Kristina Livingstone. I've been with Close to My Heart here at the corporate offices now for about 4.5 years, which has flown by it seems like, and I was a consultant for Close to My Heart for 10 years.
And I'm Pedersen, and I've been here in the home office for 3 years. Kristina had to blaze the way first. And I was a consultant for 25 years before I came here. So Kristina and I are kind of excited to talk to you today from both perspectives, from the company's perspective and from a consultant perspective about some of the questions and things that you've been posting about the VIP program.
Right, I think it's kind of even better that we've been able to experience it from both sides. Yeah. Karen and I ran very different businesses when we were in the field, but both of us had a lot of success with Close to My Heart.
Should we tell them a little bit about how we did it?
Why don't you go ahead and start?
Okay. When I came to Close to My Heart, I think I was either executive director or senior executive director before I came to the home office. I bounced a little bit.
I think that's normal.
Yeah. And so I had a large team. I probably averaged between 1,500 to 2,000, 2,500 some months in sales. So I had decent sales. I did earn most of the incentive trips, and a lot of my income came from my downline. As far as my customer sales, my business was run primarily on clubs, but I did do workshops and like the very rare home gathering here and there.
Hey, if someone asks,
you better believe
say,
I'm
yes,
there.
I do those, right? And I, primarily had more of my focus was on sales. So I had a smaller team and averaged about $4,000 in sales a month. And like Karen, knew Karen from all the incentive trips that we would earn together. And most of my income from those sales came from home gatherings, home gatherings, I know, and that wasn't 20 years ago.
The queen of the home party.
It was like 4.5 years ago that I was still doing them, and I know that even now still, a lot of my former team members still do them. Mm-hmm. So you have someone who's done things like clubs and had a big team, and you have someone like me who had a smaller team and did things in-person events or in-person sales. So we hope that we can give you that perspective, as well as now we're here at the home office. So I think that gives us a whole nother perspective to share as well.
Yeah, and I just thought of one other thing, Kristina. Didn't you also do crops quite often?
I did. So weekend retreat and crop events as well.
That was not part of my business. So, I mean, we probably couldn't be much more opposite in
Agreed.
how we ran our businesses, which I think is probably good because as we've been part of this planning committee for this, we got to bring both of those perspectives.
That's right, and tried to always keep that in mind because we know that just like we're very different in what we do, you all are too. Yeah. And there's even differences in crops or clubs where, you can say, oh, I do clubs and so does Karen, but they could be completely different in how we run them.
Right.
So what we both know for sure is that this VIP program will benefit you.
Yep.
It will benefit you and your customers. So we want to start by talking about some of the benefits for customers. So we'll start there, then move into the benefits for you as a maker. So the first thing that we thought of in talking about this was that don't be concerned you're going to have to convince people that this is good, because it's good. So really good. All you want to do is be able to share it. And to be able to share it, you just be able to need the basic information so that you understand how the program works, so you can share it with them and they will see instantly the benefits for them. So the first thing I want to talk about is joining. So we know that you can join for $35 and typically you would get a $15 credit when you join. However, during October, November, and December, you get $25. So join for $35, get $25. You could stop right there and I say, okay, where do I sign up?
Yeah.
That sounds great, right? I mean, $35 to get $25 credit back. No brainer. But there's more. So you want to make sure that you have this information to share with your customers because it will help them to see the value of the program or the benefits of the program. So first of all, the first thing I think is dollars. So that gives me, I end up where I'm paying $10, right? Because I've spent $35 to get $25. I'm paying
Even
$10.
I can do that math.
Right. We didn't even use our fingers for that one. It's a no-brainer, and I see that. Okay, this is costing me $10. And for $10, I'm going to get all these benefits, which we'll go into in a minute. The immediate one I'm thinking about is the savings on what you purchase. So to have that equal out, you would have to spend about $70 in a year to get that $10 back.
Who doesn't do that?
In a year.
Right.
So even, I mean, we know a lot of you have people who purchase monthly or bi-monthly or even quarterly, or even people who say, I have customers, but they only buy once or twice a year from me. My guess is if they're buying once or twice a year from you, they're spending $70,
Yeah,
right?
probably both times.
Exactly, exactly. If they're like most people.
Yeah.
So think about that. So when you think of approaching people, we would love for you to think when you approach them with this opportunity, you know, geez, I know what you spend a year. You know, I looked, and actually last year you spent about this. So this is what you would have saved by being a VIP member this year. So it's a great benefit for you to be able to share with your customers, right?
For sure.
So the other thing that I just wanted to kind of point out, and I know we'll talk more about, Karen, is that sweet spot of $50.
Yes.
When they spend $50.
What do I get? Kristina, what do I get? Tell
Other
her
than,
what she gets.
yes,
Ding, ding, ding,
other than, of course, earning bank on the money that you spend or earning credit on the money that you spend, you also get that stamp of the month for free.
Free. Did
Free.
you hear that word? I love that word.
Stamp of the month for free. Now, I'm going to say things throughout this in US dollars. I'll just say that now just because it's easier for us. So, you know, you'll have to go ahead and just calculate for your market. But that's $18.95 value, totally free when they place a $50 order. That, again, is a huge value for those customers. Even if they are people who you think, geez, they only purchase 2 or 3 times a year. Well, 2 or 3 times a year, they could earn that for free. That's a great benefit as well.
Kristina, let's see how good your math is. If they if they placed a $50 order, got that free stamp of the month, how much credit's going into their bank?
Karen, while I talk about something else, why don't you do that calculation
I
for
already
us?
did it. I did it while you were talking.
That's so not fair. Why would she do that to me?
That's $7.50, guys.
$7. Wait, can we cut that whole section out? Ready?
Nope, we're keeping it.
$7.50, Karen.
I love to embarrass Kristina every chance I get because
I get her a
trusts
lot.
me. She gets me a lot.
Way more than
Actually,
she gets
sometimes
me.
I do it to myself.
Yeah, she does. She makes it easy for me. But that's a huge savings for every order, right? I mean, every time they're in there purchasing, they're saving money. And I love that feeling.
I mean, think about it, you guys. They just spent $35 to get the 25, right? I mean, to get 25 back, so that's only 10.
Yep.
Then they spent $50 on an order, got a free $18.95 stamp of the month,
Yep.
and they banked $7.50.
$7.50 is what they banked on 50, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, just so you know. I hope I was right.
The other thing that I want to mention too, because I've been a huge proponent of our Hostess Rewards program for years, especially doing home parties. That was a big part of my business. And I want to point out, in the current program, which I, as a side note, have always said I think is a great program. I think our Hostess Reward program has always been good.
It's one of the most generous in the industry.
Absolutely. And this is even better.
It is.
Under that current plan, remember to get $25, and I'm going in the U.S. Market here, but to get $25 free, you would have to spend $150 to get to that first level of Hostess Rewards. So by signing up as a VIP, I could do that same thing by spending $35.
Right.
So remember how I said, look, you're not going to have to worry about convincing people.
Exactly.
They're going to look at this and think, this makes total sense for me, or I can see the value in it for me. There's another perfect example.
Yeah, I think it's important as consultants or makers that we do the math for our customers and show them. And so if I were still a consultant out there and I were trying to show the benefits of the VIP program, I would have made some sort of a little display board with the numbers we just talked about.
I would have too, because I clearly can't just calculate them on my own. So I think the chart that Karen's talking about is a great idea.
I have a feeling I'm going to be paying for that for a while.
But it's a good idea to have that that visual, right?
Yeah.
And it would help you too to list all of the other things because there's more. That having that credit that you earn is just one part of it, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about all the other stuff because there's a lot more.
Okay, so can we talk about, Kristina started by talking about the special, the spend the 35 to join and get the 25 back, which would normally be 15, right? So we totally sweeten the pot with that.
Absolutely.
But that's not all either, because those first 3 months, October, November, and December, for anyone that signs up as a VIP during that time, in addition to that extra $10 back, they also get access to an exclusive workshop. So let me just tell you a little bit about the workshop. The workshop is going to be really, really, really good.
They're going to want it.
We're designing that in the art studio. It will include cards and layouts, and it's going to be made with a product bundle that you can purchase. And then we will be setting up an exclusive Facebook group for just VIPs and consultants or makers who have VIPs in their
downline.
in their customer base.
Yeah, I guess, or right under them.
They're not really
downline, not
downline,
right?
Yeah.
So in that first, right under them.
Yes.
So someone who's affiliated to you.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Good word.
I redeemed myself.
And those people will be able to create that workshop. We'll have a live event just for them, but that will also be saved on that page for them, so anyone who can't attend live will be able to make it on their own. And that's not something we're providing for all customers, just VIPs.
Yep.
And they will also have instructions that will be uploaded into that Facebook page.
The group, yeah.
So that's in addition to that great 25 for 35 thing.
And I love that it's not something we're going to do all the time. This is a special that we're doing, but it's kind of a way for the home office here to be able to help you encourage people and get them really wanting to be a part of that exclusive group. So I think it's a great asset for our makers to be able to share that with their customers and how you can help to encourage them to be a part of this VIP program.
Yeah, and we probably will run specials here and there throughout the year.
Yep.
It will really depend on you guys. It will depend on you as the makers, how well you promote this program, how well we do in adding VIPs to our customer base.
Yep.
And as we see this program be successful, we'll be able to do more and more of that.
Right. So we want to see it be successful because we like to do lots of specials
and
have
we
fun,
do.
exclusive things, right? Other things that I think about when I think about this program too, Karen, that credit that you earn, which I think this is a great benefit, it doesn't expire. So
I can save that up if I want something really big, like
you
maybe
don't wanna,
the storage system.
Exactly. You don't want to spend your money on, your money out of pocket. So to spend your money that you've built in your account. So that's a great benefit. Plus all of the things you can spend it on. Even thinking back to the current Hostess Rewards program, which again, I think was great, but there are limitations. There had to be limitations on the different things that you could purchase with your credit. With this, there are limitations, but they're like this big.
Yeah, because let's all be honest, right? When you have a hostess and you're trying to tell her what she could choose for free, you're like, you can choose. Do I tell you what you can choose, or do I tell you what you can't choose?
You could get some paper. Wait, you can't get this. You could get a block, right? It's hard.
Yeah, it is. And now there's like 3 things they can't get.
Yeah, it's just much easier.
So small. And I love that because I've been around so long. Way back in the olden days, our hostess program used to be that you could choose anything. And then it changed because of the way we were seeing business go. And how cool is it that even though we are seeing continual changes in the industry, we are able to go back to offering all that fun stuff for free.
Because think of even those things like your trimmers or scissors, things that you couldn't use Hostess Rewards on.
Adhesive, that we all spend a ton of money on, right?
The things you need, but you don't like to have to spend money on because they're not like glittery and fun.
Yeah, it's like getting new tires for your car, right?
Yeah, you need them, but that's not a fun purchase.
Right.
But this you can use your credit for. So think about those things as well, that it doesn't expire. I think that's awesome, so they can build up that credit. And, of course, that they can get a whole lot more things with it.
Yeah.
Let's think of other things that are benefits for VIP members.
We talked about special offers. I think we're doing pretty good, but
Oh.
I think we should probably talk. Do you have something else to say?
I just
before
thought of
we go
something.
to-
Could you tell? Because I was
Yeah.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
I just thought of how they earn based on what they spend.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a
Because
minute.
that's a real thing.
So we both did clubs, and I know we did them differently, but I
Mm-hmm.
bet you this is something that is consistent for all of
Everyone.
you that do clubs, even though they're all really different.
Yes.
Did you notice you had like those ladies that were on a budget who each month spent like the minimum
Yep.
amount required for your club, right?
Because it's what they could do.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And then on their month, what did they do? Like the month
And they
they're
bring
gonna
out
be
the big
hostess,
bucks.
oh yeah, they saved up all year, right? So that really benefited them on
That's
their
right.
month. But what about people who you had in your club who consistently spent large
More.
amounts? And so those budget girls got to benefit from the big spenders
That's
when
true.
it was their turn, but the big spenders didn't really get to benefit
when it was their turn.
Yeah,
And that's
right?
a real thing, right? And it's
It
not
is.
a bad thing. Everyone has their budget. Everyone has different spending. It's just how the system worked. But what I think we both really love about this new program, or one of the things we really love, is that you are rewarded for your own behavior.
Right.
So if you're one of the people who, like a lot of my base and myself, could spend my $35 a month, then that's what I still earn on. And that's great for me
Yep.
because I'm earning on what I spend.
Right.
But if you do have people who typically spend more, then they're going to be rewarded every month
Every
for that
month.
themselves, because, or every time
it's
that they
fair,
place an order.
right? It's really
I
fair.
think it's one of those things that happens, especially in our club settings, and we all do a lot of clubs, but no matter how you run them, I think that can happen.
Yeah.
So I think it will be nice to kind of even that out, and that will encourage those people, I think, to spend even more, right? Because then you're earning all of those rewards like you did when it was your hostess month. You're earning those every single month.
Yeah.
So that's
which is
another
so
good
cool,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Should we talk about clubs for just a second?
Yes,
A few more details
let's.
about clubs?
Let's.
So we just brought up the whole hostess program and how the VIP program, guys, this is a whole new way of thinking. The VIP program really is the new hostess program. And those rewards your way are kind of like
That's
icing on the cake.
bonus. All
Yeah.
bonus stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, we were talking yesterday about this. I was like, that's like, you order your ice cream and it's already awesome. But then you can say, I want caramel sauce and fudge sauce and
Yes.
maybe
Both.
some strawberries and
And
bananas
that.
and
That too.
sprinkles. Don't forget the sprinkles. That's what the Reward Your Way program is. All that stuff on top. But the VIP program is the new hostess program.
It really is, because you're your own hostess.
Yes.
You're earning on what you spend. You're getting rewarded for that behavior. It really is replacing that. And if you run the numbers and take a look at it, you'll see even on, so I think for the first level of rewards, at $150, you would earn $25 credit in the current hostess program.
And no half off items.
No half-off items.
Right.
In the new plan, if you take that $150 purchase, I think you earn $22.50. Really close to $25, but you also earn an $18.95 stamp of the month for free.
Right.
So that's actually better than if you spent $150 in the
Yeah.
current program.
And
So-
then, on top of
yes.
that, if as their maker, you choose to take those sprinkles and hot fudge sauce and share them, then you can even add on top of that. But that's
right.
your choice.
Totally.
That's cool, right?
Up to you completely. So you can use those rewards your way in any way that is best for your business. And that can mean getting stuff for yourself.
Yep.
If you think that it's best for your business to invest that back in your business, you can do that.
Yep. And in a
So-
few minutes, we're going to move on to talking about benefits for you as a maker, and we're going to give you some ideas for that.
I think that would be
rewards
awesome.
program.
That would be
Okay.
awesome.
So I think, is there anything else we want to say about clubs that, because we're trying to be careful to say things that apply to all of you, because
Right.
like we said, we know you guys all run your clubs differently,
Right,
right?
but we hope that at least some of the things we're touching on are making you go, oh, okay, I can take that little piece and
Yeah.
use it, or that, or I can tweak this a little bit and use it, or I get what they're saying with this part and I can make that work in my business, because it would be impossible for us to address how each of you runs them, because we know even between ourselves we ran them so differently. But hopefully these little tidbits will help you.
Yep.
Moving on to benefits for makers. So the first thing, if you haven't kind of picked this up yet as we're talking about purchasing and VIPs getting in there and saving and they're getting, earning credit on their purchases, is that we're trying to foster an environment where people want to go in and place orders. So that's definitely a benefit for makers, right?
Right. It totally is, because I think that's the key, right? If you've got people who are going in and spending money every single month, which this program helps them do.
That's right.
Because of that free stamp of the month, because they continue to earn, then you're going to have a much more consistent business, and it's going to be less work for you. You're not going to be herding cats every month to make sure.
They're going to want to get in there and get that stamp of the month for free. They're going to want to get in there. I don't know about you guys, but when I have a little credit in my account, it burns a hole in my pocket. I want to make sure I get back in there and spend it. So those types of things, having that credit and getting that stamp of the month every month for free, are things that are specifically designed to help you get that consistent purchasing behavior from your customers. So that's a big benefit for our makers.
Yeah. You know what, Kristina, when you said that, it made me think, for my birthday, Dan gave me a gift card to Home Goods, my favorite store.
Karen loves Home Goods.
My favorite. And there was nothing I wanted. In fact, I was going to save it for...
I can't believe
well,
that.
no, I mean, there wasn't something that, like, specific.
Okay.
I knew that I wanted. There's always something I want.
That's what
All
I
I have
thought.
to do is walk through the doors, right? It's kind of, like, close to my heart. Anyway, I was like, no, I'm saving it, because I know they're going to be getting some stuff in at Christmas that I'm going to want, because I want to do my tree new this year. And I couldn't stand it. I knew I had that gift
money
card.
to spend.
So I did. I just drove myself to Home Goods and walked in and found the cutest porch pumpkins. I didn't need them, but they're dang cute. But that is exactly what you're saying, right? I know I knew I had credit. I just was like, I just got to go see, is there something I want?
Yeah, you're suddenly open to looking at a lot more stuff when
Yes.
you have that available to you.
Yeah, so true.
That's what we're trying to do by allowing them to earn this credit and have that credit to spend, having it not expire, and offering that stamp of the month. Again, we know that the stamp of the month program is one of our most successful programs already.
Like of all time with Close to My
Correct.
Heart. It is like the best campaign we've ever done.
That's right, and that just goes on and on. So that gives them a reason every single month to at least think about getting in there and likely get in there and place an order with you. And so that's one thing, is that consistent purchasing behavior.
Right.
So when you're thinking, if you're someone who says, oh, I have these people who only buy a couple times a year from me, this VIP program can not only benefit them, but also you.
Yep.
Right? Because they're going to want to go in there more. And then the more VIP people or members that you have, the better it is for you also, right?
Why? Why is that so good for me, Kristina?
You can earn extra commission.
What?
Yes.
More money.
Cash in your pocket,
Yep.
right? So if you have 5, 10, or 15 or more VIP members, which, thinking of those of you who have clubs or just friends who like to save money, those numbers, I can absolutely see 5 being very achievable.
Oh, yeah.
10, achievable. 15, you can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking just of clubs alone. Because the VIP program is kind of the new hostess program,
Yep.
your club members are all going to sign up.
That's
so
right.
anyone who has a club, let's say you have a 10-member club, there you go. 10
You're already
VIPs,
at that
right?
second tier.
Yep.
And so that earns you extra commission on the purchases of your VIP members.
Yeah, which
So-
is really great. And I think that would be the first thing I thought of when I am starting this new program is, okay, I think that the low-hanging fruit is my club. So
That's
I'm going
right.
to totally show them how this is turning into a VIP club, and that is the way we go now, and they're going to buy right in. But what about those customers like my friend that purchases about $200 every 3 to 4 months? I'm going to give her a call, and I'm
That's
going
right.
to explain to her
How much
what
she
happens.
can save.
Yes. And instead of that $200 every 3 to 4 months, she's probably going to be going in every month now, and she'll be thinking, I want to spend $50 for the
To
stamp
get
of the
that
month.
stamp of the month.
But I know her. She's going to keep spending, right? So that's how it benefits you.
Yes.
As a maker, you're
maker.
going to make more money.
That's right. And so those are definitely great benefits that are for the makers. And I love this program because it not only benefits your customers, which is just like the product that we offer, right? It's not about selling it, it's about sharing it because it benefits them.
So true.
And so does this program, but it also benefits our makers, which is just key to this program. So those are great points about the benefits of the VIP program as well.
Can we just really quick, Kristina, talk about that budget customer?
Yes.
What does this do for you because of them? What do you think is going to change in their behavior?
Well, I can tell you already, I know myself too, I was the $35 a month person, but you're dangling that dang stamp of the month. So for 15, so if I'm spending 35, I'm already thinking in my head, well, 15 more dollars of product, and I then get that stamp of the month totally free.
And
Plus,
you get the 15% in your bank,
in my
right?
account. So
that's really like $35.
Exactly. Lots of different benefits no matter who your typical customer is. And that all in turn benefits you as the maker. And then the other big benefit to makers is what we touched on a little bit earlier, and that's the Reward Your Way program. That's going to be a huge benefit, you know, for you, and you can use it to reward people like your VIP members if you choose. You can use it to reward yourself if you'd like.
Wait, can I sell it and make money?
You can do whatever you want with it, right?
That's legal?
If you want to stock your supply store with it, if you want to, I mean, think of all the ideas.
You
Offer
guys,
as an
it's
incentive.
totally legal. That's why it's called Rewards Your Way. We
That's
want
right.
you to use it however is best for you, right?
That's right. And
That's
there
a
are
benefit.
lots of different ways that you could use that. So we definitely feel strongly that this VIP program is not only a huge benefit to your customers and your club members and your friends and everyone on the planet, but to our makers, which is equally important to us.
Okay, well, I have a question then, Kristina,
Yes.
because if it's a VIP order and they place that order themselves, that means it's not really counting toward big hostess rewards for me, the big Reward Your Way thing. Is there any way I can have it count like toward a group order?
That's a great question. So I know that I'm gonna say a word that I know this doesn't exist anymore, but easy invite is what we're familiar with.
Yeah, it's
and what
changing
that
to what, group orders?
Group
Yeah.
orders is what. So that is still available. So yes, Karen.
Yes.
That is still totally available. So you can group those orders together and earn bigger rewards your way.
Right, because if you have more customers placing orders every month, more customers averaging more every month, think about that, what that means for you in the rewards that are earned and what you can use that for.
And I love that for that Rewards Your Way, that's published for our makers, or, you know, for close to my heart makers. That's not something the rewards chart or what you earn there doesn't go out to the public. It's for you to know and for you to use fit as you see best, so that you can use that as a tool in your business. And you could offer someone $20 in, you know, product, or you could offer them a half price item, whatever works best for your business if you choose.
Right, and I'm thinking if I were still running a close to my heart business, I think for me, one of the ways I would use it is instead of saying if you're a hostess this month, then you get to have this much if you get this much in orders. I think I would say things like anyone who spends $100 in June gets such and such, or anyone who takes advantage of this workshop that Close to My Heart is offering as a virtual event gets a little
something.
extra something.
So you can use that to in any way to help your business that works for you.
Yeah.
And I just think that's amazing.
I do too.
It's a lot of opportunity there for you to make it work in your business in a way that fits your business.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and there's some great things that are
there's
part of that.
such good things in that.
I know. In fact, I can
Catalog.
remember as we were going through this whole planning thing, Kristina had a big part in the Rewards Your Way, and she would come into meetings like a kid, like, you guys, I can't wait to show you what we found to add to this program. So you are seeing products that we know people
Are gonna
like
help you.
us are going to like, right?
We're going nuts over them, so
Yeah.
we know you are too, and we know that you'll be able to use them well in your business. And then let's just talk a little bit about how we'll support all of this from home office
Okay.
and
All
different
right.
things that we'll make available to you to make it easy to share this program, because we want it to be easy because it's so good.
Right. So we will support you. And we have a list of things we've already planned to do. And I'm sure as this program gets going, there will probably be things we learn and you learn, and we'll figure out even better ways.
That's right.
But let's talk about what we already have planned.
Yes.
Okay.
So there will be a flyer available.
A flyer?
So that
People
you
are
can-
asking for that. We're going to do it?
Yes. So already that's in the works, and we'll be ready for you to just quickly You can email that to people. You can share it in your Facebook groups, whatever works best for you. But it's a way to outline what the benefits of this program are for your customers, so that you don't have to memorize it all or know all the details. If you don't feel comfortable sharing it yet, we're going to give you tools to help you do that.
Yep. We have those in the works and won't be too far down the road. Also, I know that I use social media in my business a ton. And I would have wanted some images that I could maybe add some copy to or whatever, however I wanted to promote things. And we will be providing some images in the image gallery for you to be able to use however you'd like to promote this program. We mentioned something earlier about that exclusive Facebook group, right?
For the workshop.
Yep. So that's another thing we're doing to help you. We're trying to provide things that get people not only excited to join, but excited to stay a
That's
VIP
right. And
forever.
see the value all year round of the value of being a VIP member.
And we talked about that workshop. So we mentioned that October, November, December, if they sign up during that special time where they do the 35 for 25, they also get that workshop, and that workshop is going to be held in February. So that gives you all 3 of those months to promote it, and then let them know what they need to get with the bundle and all of that. And so it will be
Which will start selling in January.
Right.
So that will give you plenty of time to get that in their hands for the February event.
Yep.
So we're excited about that.
And then there's also something else we have in the works. When you sign up a VIP member, we know you'll probably be contacting them to thank them, all of that. But we also will be sending an email from right here in the home office.
I love that. I love you taking
them.
like doing that work for me.
Yeah, me too, right?
You know, like we have enough to do. We all have just life plus our business. It's so nice to know that there will be correspondence going out from the home office that reaches out to those VIP members and makes them feel special and tells them about things, and so they feel connected to you, and it's no additional work for you. So I like that a lot.
Well, I think of Kristina. I know that in addition to working close to my heart as a full-time job, she had a second full-time job, and I know that's true of a lot of you guys too.
Yep.
And so,
or busy moms, which we know is also a full-time job, plus doing this. So it's
so
great
we
that
just
can
want
do
to
that.
help you out a little bit and make sure that they're getting that little point of contact after they sign up.
Agreed, totally. And remember, it's so easy for them to sign up. All they'll have to do is just go to your website, and they can sign up right from the maker's website. When they sign up on your website, they'll automatically be affiliated to you.
Yep.
So just do like you normally do and just send people to your website. If they happen to go to closetomyheart.com by accident or something, it will prompt them to go ahead and put in their consultant's information or pick a consultant. So just know, very easy for them to sign up by doing what they already do, which is go to your website. So super easy for that.
All good things, right?
Yes.
And so easy to tell them. So easy to explain.
Absolutely.
Well, that's pretty much what we have to share with you today. But as we say goodbye, I thought it might help you to hear a little bit about how the planning went for this and how we contributed to that. So this program, not just the VIP program, but the whole new commission structure has been in the works for a very long time. It's been over a year now. And as we met and planned that, we want you to know that not only did we go in there and say, well, this is what I think, and Kristina said, this is what I think. We had been watching the boards previous to that, and during this whole past year, watching your comments and your questions. And we also know that, like, when we would have album retreat or
different
business
events,
builders or whatever, consultants would come up to each of us and Monica and share the things that they were hoping to see in the future or about the current plan that they weren't thrilled with. And you guys, we were making notes on all of that. In addition to all of that, we tried to represent as much as we could the way we ran our businesses, so that as we discussed that and what we know from you guys, we took all of that into account. And I also think that's, not only is that important for you to know, but I think it's important for you to know that Jeanette was a huge part in all of this.
And it was definitely something that was worked on very hard by a whole team of people who are just super passionate about one thing, really, and it's close to my heart and our people.
Yep.
So we hope that you see that in this program.
Yeah. And we're so excited about the VIP program. We know, we don't just believe, we know that this program can really help you catapult your business to a whole new level.
Yes. Good luck, everyone.